Have you actually looked at your beneficiary forms in the last 5 years? I mean, really looked at them? Because I am telling you right now, you can have the most beautiful, expensive will ever written by the best attorney in town, and it won't matter a lick if your beneficiary designations are wrong. You are playing a very dangerous game with the money you worked your whole life to save. Listen to me, a beneficiary designation is a legal contract. When you opened that IRA, that 401k, or that life insurance policy, you signed a piece of paper telling the financial institution exactly who gets that money when you die. And here is the aha moment you need to wake up to: those forms override your will. Every single time. If your will says your money goes to your current spouse, but your 401k still lists an ex-spouse from 20 years ago because you forgot to update the paperwork, that ex-spouse is getting your money. The bank doesn't care what your will says. The court won't change it. It is a binding, ironclad instruction, and getting it wrong is one of the costliest mistakes you will ever make. Why does this happen? It happens because of neglect. We get comfortable. We think, oh, I took care of my estate planning back in the 90s. Well, the world has changed since the 90s. People get married, people get divorced, people pass away, and tax laws, especially the laws regarding inherited IRAs, have been completely turned upside down recently. If you haven't adjusted your designations to reflect the Secure Act, you are potentially handing your children a tax nightmare that will eat up 30 or 40% of their inheritance before they even touch it. I want you to feel the weight of this. Imagine your children, or your favorite charity, or your grandkids, standing there after you're gone, needing that support, only to find out that because you were too busy or too lazy to spend 10 minutes on a website, that money is tied up in probate for 2 years. Or worse, it's gone to someone you haven't spoken to in a decade. That isn't just a mistake, that is a betrayal of your own hard work. Let's talk about the big fear factor here: probate. Everybody says they want to avoid probate because it's expensive and it's public. Beneficiary designations are your get-out-of-probate-free card. When you name a beneficiary correctly, that money bypasses the courts entirely. It goes straight to the person you love. It's fast, it's private, and it's clean. But the moment you leave that line blank, or you name my estate as the beneficiary, you have just invited the government and the court system to sit at your kitchen table and take a giant bite out of your legacy. Why would you do that to your family? Why would you leave them with a legal mess when you could have left them a gift? And we have to talk about the minor mistake. I see this all the time. You think you're being smart by naming your minor grandchildren as direct beneficiaries. Do not do that. A 10-year-old cannot legally own a brokerage account. If you do that, the court has to get involved to appoint a guardian, and now you're back in the very system you were trying to avoid. You have to be smart. You have to be intentional. So, here's your actionable takeaway, and I want you to do this today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. I want you to make a list of every single financial account you own. Every bank account, every CD, every brokerage account, every retirement plan, and every insurance policy. You are going to log into every single one of them or call the providers. You are going to check 3 things. First, is there a primary beneficiary listed? Second, is there a contingent, that's your Plan B, beneficiary listed? If your primary beneficiary passes away with you or before you, and you don't have a contingent, you're right back in probate. Third, is the spelling and the social security number absolutely correct? If you are married, check if your spouse is the primary. If you are widowed, make sure your deceased spouse's name is removed. If you have a trust, ask your attorney if the trust should be the beneficiary or if the individuals should be. This is about control. This is about making sure that every cent of your hard-earned money lands exactly where you intended it to land. You have worked too hard and saved too long to let a simple clerical error destroy your peace of mind. Check your beneficiaries. Update your forms. Protect your family. Because if you don't care enough to do the paperwork, why should the law care enough to protect you? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.